Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Fable. Let me get that message pinned. Hello, Gotcha. Hello, Sueton. Hello, hello, Committal. Deltarune tomorrow. I like that the community is still saying Deltarune tomorrow when we literally have a release date now. It's like what, in like 59 days now or something? Hello, Kirby. Deltarune RN actualmente. Nice. Alright. Oh my gosh. Guys, if I'm a little bit more low energy today, I am tired. Work wasn't even that bad, but I am just exhausted for some reason today. Just a lot of mental stuff. And, yeah. But yeah, I'm still hype. Still hype because today we are going to be finishing her story. We're going to be continuing from last time. Yesterday. Yeah. And, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yo hablo español. Hola. A little bummed. It's alright, it's alright. Eventually Deltarune tomorrow will be real. Actually, yeah, I'm sure that the internet is going to be very loud that when that day comes. It's going to be a little exhausting, but it's fine because it's Deltarune. So, eh. Hello, Spooky. Welcome back. I'll speak more Spanglish now since my Gboard has apparently been keen on that. Nice. Alright, hopefully... Okay, I should probably say before we start the stream that we are now at a point in the game where we are definitely going to be encountering spoilers because of all the stuff that's happened. So if anybody does not want to be spoiled because they haven't seen the other stream, go watch the other stream first. It's completely fine. The stream is always going to be here later because of the VOD. If you so prefer. If you want to keep watching, that's cool. That's fine. Just thought I'd let you know in case you're wary of spoilers and all that, and you want, you know, from beginning to end, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's it. I guess let's go ahead and get started. Boop boop doop boo. Let's go ahead and load this up. And hopefully it saved my progress. My notebook is full of notes. Oh my gosh, I would love to see what notes you've got down, Fable. Let's see. Oh, you guys might actually finally be able to see the intro, like the starter thing now. Let me see. This is what you should have saw at the beginning. Let's see if it pops up. It should automatically popped up since... Yep, there we go. Oh, I didn't do the letter to letter thing. Oh well. Alright. Okay, good. It did save. Whew. Okay. Question, does Yippee get Deltarune tomorrow? Yes. Yippee has already played Deltarune. Yippee has actually played all of the Deltarune chapters before everyone else because they're special and they can go to alternate timelines where the game has already been out for like 10 years. But they cannot give spoilers, for they are silent. Hello, Monzo. Welcome to the stream. Don't worry, we just started, so you haven't missed anything. Alright, let me get my words popped up so that way I can continue where we left off. Yep, cat flap, cat flap. I did also turn the game volume up a good bit more, purely because of the fact that when I was doing the chapters last time, the game audio was like, it was a bit better, but I still could barely hear Hannah/Eve. So I just turned it up a bit more. Hopefully it's going to be a bit better for you guys. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to this stream. Welcome back. I'm Mexican. Nice. I am American. Me too. Nice. We accept everyone here. Check the server screenshot. Nice. Sorry, I got excited. It's alright. It's alright, Sueton. No worries. It was pretty quiet. Yeah, so that's why I turned it up a bit more. Hopefully it's going to be better for you guys. Alright. So, just so that way everyone can catch up, we can all kind of regain our collective consciousness and memories from what just happened last time. These two women are not the same person. I don't actually know who's in the orange jacket, but one of these people this is Eve, and let's just assume this is Hannah. I think it might be Hannah. They are twin sisters who were separated at birth. Eve and Hannah were born to a set of parents. However, okay. They were born to a set of parents, but the midwife, Florence, took Eve because she wanted a kid of her own, because her husband died in the war, and she wanted a baby of her own. That's how the story goes. And for some reason, the mother gave Eve up because she didn't want the day to be marked as anything less than a happy occasion. So my baby didn't die, she just didn't exist in the first place. That's kind of, I think, the story they're going with here. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. Before we begin, Angel, I have to tell you something amazing that happened. Okay, let me go through the recap, and I will read some of the stuff that you guys are sending in the chat. So yeah, after that, Florence hid Eve up in the attic, in her attic, and it was like, that's just how things were for a long time. We're assuming something happened to Florence because after something happened to her, Eve went to go live in Hannah's attic because the two found each other and became best friends, even though they're technically sisters. They became best friends. Eve hid in Hannah's attic, and they were like that for a while. Eventually, they grew up, and then Hannah met Simon. Simon got married to Hannah, and Hannah got pregnant. She later had a miscarriage, and then later on, Hannah's original parents died. So they were living with Simon's parents for a while because of everything that happened, trying to get back on their feet. Eve was singing at bars, making ends meet, paid her rent. Basically doesn't exist because she barely has any footprints. And once Hannah got pregnant originally, Eve tried to get pregnant too because of the fact that they wanted to mirror each other for some reason and be perfectly identical. And that didn't work, so a little bit of a resentment started to build towards the two. Eve started getting more and more jealous and spiteful of Hannah, since she kind of is the girl who has everything and she didn't. Eventually, something led Simon to go to the bar while Eve was singing, and he didn't recognize her as Hannah, because of the whole twin thing, because she had like a blonde wig on, and was like, oh yeah, you look so much like Hannah, but didn't tell her that he was married. The two presumably did stuff together, and now Eve is pregnant. And and then we don't know really what happens next in the story, but eventually Simon dies, and we're presuming one of these two killed him, possibly Eve out of jealousy, but I'm not too sure. And is there anything else? After the murder, it seems like Hannah might have driven one of the two might have driven up to Glasgow. It might have been Eve. Drove it up to Glasgow, had got into a car accident, and then had to get her baby checked on. And now they're in these interviews. That's kind of where we are right now. All right, let's read the chat now that the recap's over. You're quick with me learning. Yeah, hello, Matthew. Might have to leave early because tomorrow I have to wake up early. I feel that. I feel that I gotta go to work at like 2 tomorrow. Or actually, I don't know if it's 2 o'clock. I think it's 2 o'clock. All right. Bye for now, Fable. The dire wolves are back from the dead after 10,000 years. I do not know what a dire wolf is. I have not... I think I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl when I was a kid. When I saw those baby direwolf pups, I was completely... Oh, cool. Oh, was it like a extinct species that we brought back? If so, that's kind of cool. Bring back mammoths and many others. Also, if I have a direwolf pup, I'll name it Blizzard. Aw, that's nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Our next word is blonde. Alright, we got some stuff for that. This is when Simon was labeled as a missing person.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh, that's probably why he was attracted to Eve, because of the blonde wig. Interesting.
No.
I think he spoke to Helen.
She said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
She said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen, he likes blondes. Interesting information. Okay, now who's Helen? I think she might work at the bar, the Rock. I think that's who she is.
Could the hairs have come from...
I believe this is Hannah. This is definitely Hannah. And I think this is no, it can't be. This is a little bit after she found out that Simon was murdered. The next day, next interview.
Somewhere else. I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Oh, are they talking about the blonde wig hairs? And this is before they found the wig?
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
And again, a lot of Rapunzel. I don't hear nothing. The game audio isn't silent, is it? Yeah, the game audio should be there. Let me check on my phone. And again, a lot of Rapunzel. No, I can hear it just fine, Monzo. Yeah, I on my end I can hear the game audio just fine. Maybe refresh the stream possibly. I don't know if it would work for that, but you know. Let's look up Rapunzel. Which is a very weird name. Rapunzel. Okay, we have a couple and we have one from Eve. I wish I knew who this was.
Sorry. The picture The way it's drawn just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain's just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
That is very interesting. She really likes Rapunzel. I guess it's the, because they are paralleled. Rapunzel and their little story. Yeah, I put Rapunzel in there. New, but I'm not that bad. When a stream is begging for me, I just close stream join again, yeah. I think that's Eve. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense because of the connection to Rapunzel. She definitely would very much relate to her.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Okay, and then what about you? This is definitely Eve.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Kind of seemed like a lot of nothing there.
We were
just basically going over how they really liked fairy tales, how they were real, going into detail about how they liked to read the books. Not really a lot there. Okay. Never really understood this game, but I'm just happy to be here. That's completely fine, Sueton. I'm happy to have everyone else here, too. Wait, what happened? What do you mean, Matthew? Let's see. Next word is attic. Okay, we got a few. This is before we found out Simon was murdered. If we put Simon in the search bar, because we might get a backstory. Do I have Simon in my words, actually? I don't, so I mean, I guess we'll go. Or did I type it in last time? I'm not too sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I think we did last stream.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
She inherited the house from her parents, the one that they died in. It made sense to move back to get out of being with Simon's parents. Okay, it makes sense. Back before the pregnancy. The doll house, the attic, it's the same house that Hannah and Eve grew up. Well, Hannah grew up in, Eve later being in that attic. And yeah, her parents died in that bedroom, so it makes sense why she waited a while to sleep in there. I think we'll get that up eventually. If that's cool with you, Angel, Gamma Blaster is very careful around strangers, so I'll need to introduce you to her first. What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about there. I'm trying to contact Gamma Blaster. I don't know who that is. Anyways, I mean, if you want to show her the streams, whoever they are, that's completely fine. I just don't really feel like I'm not comfortable talking to any like strangers or anything like that. Just, not comfy with that. Anyways, next video.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Okay. What you got for us, Steve?
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
Really?
It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale. Little furniture. The lights work. Mirrors, beds, duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it. Invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all. Passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories.
Oh, I see. You're used to this.
Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Interesting. Interesting. I feel like we're at a turning point in the story. We're nearing the end. Yeah, I just feel like the only thing we need now is the details of the murder. If it's Eve here, this is in the probably guilty era. Where's Hannah? That is a very good point. I'm sure they probably took in Eve and they'll probably find Hannah later, wherever she is. Did their parents die because none of them gave a date? I don't think they gave a date, but it was sometime after 4 months after the pregnancy. It would have been sometime after that. Let's see, what's the next number? Word. Doll house. And we got one new video.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was. Dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Okay, and that's why Eve was able to stay up there. So I guess they took Eve with her.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon.
Yeah.
Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move.
Eric gave Simon a week off to help with the move. Okay.
He decorated,
Nice. Curtains. Dawson all. Simon went up there. I guess for sentimentality's sake. Interesting. I don't think the exact date is important, just knowing where it is in the timeline. Yeah, numbers aren't important. It's just more so, we need to have time points rather than time dates. Lawyer. That is our next. That is our next word. I cannot spell because of this keyboard. It's a little bit wonky. Oh my god, I really can't spell. Law. There we go. Ooh, we got a lot of them. Oh, and this is the missing person era. Interesting. Is it possible she was still living in the attic the whole time? Yeah, I think that's what we're getting at. Every single time Hannah went somewhere, Eve followed, typically staying in the attic. Very interesting. Hello, Fable. Welcome back.
Can I leave?
Oh.
Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Oh, this is not the missing person arrow. Hold on, wait. Wait. This is a different shirt. Check the date. Look. She first came into the police station in June. It was very early in June. It was like the it was like the 23rd, I believe. This is the week. Hold on. Or wait, am I dumb? Wait, am I dumb? This is the 2nd of 07. And this is the 3rd of 07. Yeah, okay, no. I'm right. Yeah. This is the day before Eve or whoever this is. This is before Eve gets put into this room. In the probably guilty room. So they must have done something, and they must have like really said, yeah, look, we know you did. And she said in response,
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me?
no.
They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Interesting. It's hard without the tattoo, and it's hard to do it based off of specific. It's hard to do it because of specific personalities, because they're trying to emulate the same person. So it's very difficult to tell the two apart. I'm wondering if it's maybe Hannah, because she got really emotional. I'm not sure. Either way, they brought Eve into this building.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Oh. She refused the lawyer. I guess she knew it was over. Interesting.
Yes, no lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
But then she says that.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Chronological. But she said this like an hour after. So after playing her hand, she realized she got caught and that they're believing her story. And then reversed it. So she was like, no, I don't need a lawyer because you're not going to be able to arrest me. She gave away too much. Now she's like, yeah, I would like a lawyer, please. Objection. I'm not sure. The only reason I say Hannah is because I'm trying to see if there's like an equal amount of Hannah's and Eve like interrogations. Arrest. We got a couple. This is Eve because of the tattoo.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something. Ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Okay. Oh, this is when she was first brought in.
This is where you take. This is a nicer room. This is
That was the start of the interview. Interesting. It looks like it took her about an hour to tell everything.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Right, because she did say that. She said something about that before. She has no trace, no fingerprints. You can't arrest someone who doesn't exist in the first place? See, Caleb? She thought she was safe, but she was so wrong, yeah. Life. Okay, we got a couple. Hannah. She has it pulled down. You can't really see the tattoo, so I can't tell who this is. I don't think we ever figured out.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Oh, they asked her about that. Oh, and she didn't like that.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Well.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Okay. Wow, she really didn't like that.
Yeah. They've gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something.
Okay, this is... Yeah, okay. So how soon was that? Okay, so that was like about 5 minutes after. Okay, I want to see... we know this is definitely Hannah, so I want to see the difference between the two.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Because that would have actually been her parents. And then this is Eve pretending to... but I don't know.
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that, I was just like, fuck.
No, that seems pretty genuine. Were they both Eve? Or were they both Hannah? I mean, it's not like they were directly to one another. I'm wondering if at a certain point Hannah was wearing her hair up and at a certain point took it down. I think these two are Hannah. So that's Hannah, I'm pretty sure, since Eve seemed more open to say everything. Depends. What does she mean by R in that context? I don't know. I mean, a person's sex life is pretty private stuff. I'd be after if I was asked that as well. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Let's see. Well, since we're on the topic, that is the next word. And we do have a couple. And we do have a back-to-back, so... Okay, well, that isn't directly back-to-back, but... Okay.
No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
This is Hannah. This is definitely Hannah. Because she did not like that Eve was doing that. Trying to have sex with the other guys. She didn't like it at all. Yeah, even though it was like a mutual thing. Or at least I'm kind of getting my details mixed up. I know that they both wanted to mirror each other and be the same person. I just don't think she liked the whole bar thing. I'm not too sure, though. All I know is that they did get into a fight. So hold on.
No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with.
Does she have a bruise on the... I guess from looking at the screen, it would be like the left side of her face. I can't tell if it's like... Because one of them has a bruise on their face. Let me look at Eve.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once.
Oh.
Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Interesting. Have you tried typing Simon? Yeah, we did last stream, I believe. Can you screenshot and zoom in? I don't think I can. I don't really know how to do that on this computer, but I'm wondering. Plot tattoo crazy.
No.
Yeah, hold on. And I think one of you guys, I don't remember who said it. One of you guys are right. Eve is a lot more open to talking about things, even if it's made up. We don't know if this is made up or not, but like Hannah is very reserved and private, and Eve seems very willing to talk. Let me see the size of her face. I can't tell if that's a bruise or not. It's like a bit redder, but I can't. It's hard to tell with this, like, the screen. I guess it also doesn't help that I don't know where the bruise is. We'll see if it, like, gets brought up. But yeah, she was very open about this. And the family comment is very interesting. I just realized the skin tone might be different, or it might be the lighting. I think it might be the lighting. Because these two rooms are definitely in different lighting. This one's a lot more yellow. I think it is technically supposed to be like the same room, but this one has a lot more like white lighting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did last stream, Kirby. All right. Let's see. Let's do... Okay, we will get to that word eventually. Okay. Family. Okay. This is Hannah.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy. So.
Sorry, just notice she fidgets a lot. She's not very good at keeping eye contact. Look at her. She is keeping eye contact, but then she plays with her hair, her ponytail, rubs her face, does the chin thing, rubs her mouth, scratches the side of her face. She's not very good at keeping eye contact, I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay. Either very bad liar or extremely nervous. It's probably both, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think every single interview for her, regardless of if she did it or not, would be extremely nerve-wracking. Is this the first time Hannah mentioned her dad? I don't know. I can't remember. Signs of guilt or something, yeah. Wishy-Fitch is telling me that she isn't being honest. I don't know. I think it's mostly to show that she is probably nervous. Or that she has something to hide, or that she might be using stories to misdirect. See, it is hard because I do the same thing too. I fidget a lot, so if I was ever interviewed for something, I'd probably look a lot more guilty. This is Eve.
So, Carl fucked off, and there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Okay. And then this is also Eve.
No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it, and were going to try when it came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Let me reread that again.
No.
It's just me and her and Florence. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. Florence and her husband before he died. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back from the war, which he never came back from. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it would be a girl. And then she says stuff. Yeah. Okay. I needed a second run through to really grasp that. Type murder in the social. Oh, Matthew, murder was the first word we did in the series. It's literally the first word that they give you. So yeah, we've definitely used that word before. Random thought, I don't think that there's much evidence to support it, but it was stated that there was no murder weapon. Is it possible they worked together to cover up the murder so they'd both be free? It's a possibility. Again, we need more bits on the murder. Let's see. Next word is thin. And we only have one.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. Haven't looked at it since.
Interesting. What did she say here?
We were obsessed with.
Obsessed with fairy tales. Okay, she's talking about the one with the... Yeah, that. Okay. Okay. Oh, my mouse died. I need to plug it up real quick. There we go. A little bit awkward because of the wire, but it's fine. Yeah, we put the word murder in there. Mirror. She got a little weird about that word. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is the missing person era. It was the 18th. So the one where she was about the day before she was brought in, she was wearing like a sweater. Yeah, okay, so this is Hannah.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. a nice mirror. He didn't break the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay. What about?
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Okay, they had an argument about the mirror?
A nice mirror.
Okay.
Silverleaf? No. He normally sorts them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Okay. Interesting. You don't use a wired mouse? No, mine's Bluetooth, or technically Bluetooth, but not really. It's supposed to be quote unquote Bluetooth, but I have to put a chip in the computer to make it wireless, even though it still needs to be charged every so often. It's very weird. Let's see. Bar, that's our next word. We got a couple here.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again, and there he was.
Simon?
And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and egg on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Simon. Romantic. He asked me to kiss him. I got an achievement for that. There's something about that then.
Nothing else happened that night.
Oh, okay. We talked. I said goodbye when he was like, oh, you look so much like her. I was singing in the bar. There he was. Then next week, he offered to buy me a meal. Told him I already eaten. Asked me to kiss him. Romantic. Simon, so you were cheating, or wow. What about putting Christmas into the search bar because it's on Christmas Day when the interview took place? Oh no, it's not on Christmas. It's done weirdly. It's day, month, year. So this is the 3rd of 07, 1994. So it's not like this one took place, it's not like they took place 2 months after each other. These, let me get out of this. This one, like these both took place in July, it looks like. This was the 1st of July and this was the 3rd of July. Yeah. All right. Fairy tales. That's our next word. All right, we got Eve.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Interesting. A little bit of backstory there. Let me internalize that a bit more. I worked there some weekends. Is that how they met, at Glazier's? Eric's generosity. Someone's quiet. Okay. This is probably how they met. They met there. Slightly off topic, I want to see all the clips in the game in chronological order. You can. After you watch the stream, obviously. You can do that. There's videos on YouTube about it. Yeah, we put in glazers before. We did that last stream. Bar, fairy tales. Let's do Carl. Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna have to go back. Let me. Yeah, murder.
Simon never cheated on me. He
Oh,
was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him.
okay.
Nothing in life was easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. Do what we can.
He cheated on Hannah, though. Cheated on her with Eve.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Alright, now let's look up Carl.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band.
Okay, this is the
He
guy.
was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15.
Okay, yeah, and then, yeah, okay. And she says that stuff. Yeah, she's a lot more open.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us.
Oh.
I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at.
Really?
It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
Oh.
It's not that different to a bruise,
Oh.
a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
Oh.
After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys.
Okay.
Until Simon.
Oh. Interesting. Well, that was a bit of a drop. Kind of goes into perspective of how they flip-flopped between each other. Interesting. Well, she's right. Simon never cheated on her. Guess it's all in perspective, isn't it? Is the way she described lost children a way to describe herself? Maybe.
Differences?
Hannah is a better driver. Hannah is more shyer.
Carl. It was that way.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. And it looks like Hannah took control when it came to Simon. That will not be erased out of my mind.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon.
Okay.
She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share.
Oh.
Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Oh.
After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules.
Oh.
Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep.
Hmm.
I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Wow, and Eve did not like that. Interesting. Wow. That sentence made me sick. Wow. Yeah, so Hannah really fell in love with Simon. And Eve was fine with sharing him, but she did not like that Hannah deliberately broke the rules. And she did not like, oh my god, right, is I can't remember. Oh my god, is that why Eve was so like cocky about it when Hannah lost the pregnancy? Their dynamic is all sorts of unhealthy. Yeah. So let's type in rules. Okay, we have a little bit.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looked scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch her there? I don't know.
I'm wondering if this is Hannah.
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation.
Okay.
It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Okay, so that's what she meant by breaking the rules. They had a thing of do this or don't. It was the fact that they both took turns with Simon. That's just sucking to me. Yeah, we'll see about it. We do have a predetermined list of like words, and I don't want to like mess that up. But we can type in children after we go through all those words. If you want.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Okay. lasted about 6 months. I guess this whole thing between them thing was different. Pretend I don't be around her. I pretend not to be her, let alone sleep with him. Interesting. Share. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I didn't change the damn thing.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Interesting. Was 6 months when Hannah was pregnant, or was it a different 6 months? I wonder if it was the pregnancy. I can't remember how long she was pregnant for, just that she eventually miscarried. Diary. That's our next word. Need to delete some of these words. Missing person era?
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. When you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Huh. I don't know who you are. Alright, what you got for us, Eve?
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs.
Oh, Florence.
It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Okay. So that's what happened to Florence. When Eve was 8, Florence died because she tripped down the stairs. After it happened, Eve burned Florence's diary and then went to the other house to meet with Hannah. Hannah recognized her and hid her up in their attic. Hannah was pregnant for 8 months before she lost weight. Oh, okay. No, Kirby. Hannah's parents died in their bedroom. Eve's adopted mother, Florence, died by falling down the stairs. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Magic. How do you spell it? It's so... Words are weird. Okay, we have 1. No, not you.
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right?
Oh.
This fucking magic spell. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I have pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us.
Wow.
I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. think she was.
Okay. She said it was an accident, but she said it in a tone that I think it wasn't an accident in a way. Possibly. Okay. So eventually, Simon, the way that she got pregnant was because of the fact that Simon brought Eve to bed for some reason. We don't know how much he knew at that point, but he brought Eve home and slept with her in his bed. Then he got, and even though she had so much, see, Eve, remember, she tried having sex with multiple guys when Hannah was pregnant, that way they could match. Eve could not get pregnant no matter what, had to stop when one of them gave her an STD. And this one time with Simon, even though they both thought they were infertile, he got both Hannah and Eve pregnant at 2 different times. And she didn't tell him. She just waited. I remember one of them. I don't remember who. I don't think I can know who. One of them said, I told him I was pregnant on my birthday. It was around that time. I don't know who did it, though. It might have been Hannah, but it might have been Eve. We don't know, but we do know that Eve told Hannah. I think she was, but that's very interesting. That's not definitive. I saw a face. Yeah, that's been happening every single time we uncover a bit of important info. Yeah. Yeah, it's our reflection. Alright, witch. We have one from Eve.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Now I'm not so sure. Look at the way she phrased that. So, she wanted to see her reflection. She wanted to see Hannah. That if her and Hannah met, they touched, something would happen. Remember, they were kids at this point. They would become one in her eyes, one girl. The fairy tale was over. The witch was dead. Florence, the woman who stole her away from her family, quote unquote, even though it was a desperate woman just wanting a child. To be fair, she shouldn't have taken her away, but still. And I'd be restored to my rightful place. Very interesting comment. Yeah, it doesn't look like them in my eyes. The hair's like way too short. Like, I think it's completely covered by a hat. You didn't catch that? I saw a face. Yeah. I know. The reflection of the person looking at the monitor, it appears every single time we make progress. When a big important piece of information is revealed, you will see a little bit of the reflection. Sometimes it's regular, sometimes there's police sirens. Yeah, that sometimes happens, but it's not Hannah or Eve. It's like just us, the player. Yeah, see, Gotcha's got the point. Let's see. Book. Got a couple. We have one from, I think, Hannah.
My fever, my dust, every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week. but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Never mind, I think that's Eve. She acted way too confident spilling out information about other people's business for that to be Hannah, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's been happening the entire time, Matthew. So it's interesting. Yeah, I think that was Eve. So I think it's not this pattern one that did it. I might have to try to look it back up later. Vase or vase? I pronounce it vase.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a thing from their childhood that they carried on to adulthood, which is a little unhealthy. So wow, okay. That gives us a little bit more about their backstory. Interesting. Sounds about right. Interesting. All right. Let's see. What's our next word here? Oh. This. I want to see. Was it... I just want to see this one more time. So no, this is Hannah. So I am not doing a good job, like, telling them apart. Yeah. So that's definitely Hannah. So yeah, I'm just doing a shit job telling them apart. Fuck. All right. Okay, so where did we last leave off? Was it book? It was. Okay. I need to clear out some of these words. Kill. This is the next word. We only have one.
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
That was Eve. Okay. So do we make, like, an accusation? How do we know who killed Simon? Was it both? Was it one? I think they're both likely to have killed him. I think we just need to discover a confession, and then we'll know. Let's see. Let me clear out my words. Eleanor. Let's get a little bit of more history on them. Oh, she's wearing something different. Oh, wait.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Sorry, I was not paying attention.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Okay, that was the 25th too. Huh. Well, either way, that's Hannah. This is also Hannah. 25th.
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower, the phone rang whilst I was in the shower, I didn't answer it, I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Okay, that's the story of why she made the the missing persons report. I'm guessing the day she figured out he was missing, quote unquote. Doug is a new name. No, they've brought up Doug and Eleanor a few times. It was, I think, early on in the stream, in the previous stream. I just don't really. They're not very, very important, so it's hard for me to like remember how they're important. But yeah, they're not new names.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Oh.
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. The forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just
Detective Sergeant, 50% of the database accessed. Oh, well, we're halfway through all these recordings, apparently. Wow, so her parents died because of the heat wave. That is... Jesus. Let's see.
Yes.
This is what I'm thinking
I
of.
speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Oh, Jesus. Spilt coffee. Fuck. Got another achievement. She spilled her coffee on herself.
I speak with Eleanor at least once a day.
She got lost in thought.
There's nothing much to say. It's more just...
Interesting. And I think this might be the same time when she must have taken this shirt off, and then she goes into the blue shirt, probably, where you get to see her tattoo. I'm sure that's intentional. They're trying not to let the tattoo be seen. Well, let's look up Doug. That is the next word on our list.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Oh, because of them working together? See. Okay, so we have some drink-related words, which I believe have meaning. Because I think it might help us identify the two. So first let's type in coffee. And we have a lot of ones here. Now, let's analyze this, okay? We have different points. And these are actually people we both know and don't know. These, you can't see my mouse. The ones in the blue shirt is definitely Eve. And I haven't pinpointed the missing person era, the orange vest era, and then the dark sweater era. So this could be our turning point, depending on who wants what drink.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Okay, so someone likes black coffee with no sweets. I believe, if I remember right, that that's Eve.
Yes.
I don't think she mentions that, though. She said I bought a coffee and a pastry. So this is definitely Eve.
Back 8 years back. It was a present to myself.
The
I
tattoo.
shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Okay. Definitely coffee.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Okay. And then what did you want? I missed a notification. Hi. Hey, Bacon Cat. Again, we've uncovered a good bit of information. So if you want to skip out on the stream and watch the VOD, that is completely fine. Right now, we're trying to determine who is who based off of the drink they like.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Milk and sugar. Then that must be Hannah, because Eve likes her coffee with she likes her coffee straight, no sweetness. She wanted milk and sugar. So this has to be Hannah. So yeah, my theory was right. Hannah took her hair down, seemingly, once when they were getting onto them. And we actually have some. Has there ever been a recording of them being in the same room? No. They are all separate. Black.
Tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
You're Eve. Black and strong, the coffee. So orange vest is Eve. And she eventually at some point tied her hair. Looks like about 20 minutes after this interview. And then who is this? Hold on.
Black no sugar.
Black no sugar.
Thanks.
Yeah, because this would have been blue shirt one. That's Eve. Okay. So wow, Hannah only showed up briefly, now that I think about it. Okay, this is going to do wonders in telling us who is who.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our hands to match.
Oh.
Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched in her face.
Oh.
That night, she had to do the same to me.
Oh.
She always went too far.
Huh.
I couldn't see out of that eye for days.
Jesus.
She snuck a frozen pizza up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. Childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Okay. Interesting. So far, I'm figuring them out. Nice. No, Matt. During investigations, they have to do separate suspects into different rooms. Yeah. That is pretty traditional. And, let's see, sugar. Now, let's see. This is the ultimate test. This should be Hannah.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. 1 sugar.
Yeah. This is probably how they figured it out.
Just the 1 sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
Yeah. And this must have been after her little spiel. Maybe they asked her if she wanted to drink. Their relationship is fucking holy shit. Yeah, Fable, you're kinda yeah. God damn, they need to be institutionalized. Tea. This is the last drink related one, I believe.
Could I have a cup of tea?
Yep. Lines up.
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag.
Wait, hold on.
The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack.
Yo.
I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the...
It's the same conversation. This is a different they're two different people are repeating the same story. And they're doing it perfectly. That is wild.
Knocked. Read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed.
Fell asleep, but I didn't mean to.
I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was.
Wow.
That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents.
That's different. That's different. Hold on. She read the diary? I don't know. That's what I thought anyways. No. Her and Eve and Hannah would they would talk about, what to do in certain situations. It was all part of the rules. What they did is they probably just met up with each other and said, if we get interrogated, this is what we'll say, point by point. They've said that this is what they do it for. The audio is different, but it's because it's two different people retelling the same story, but it's near perfect. There's only slight differences until the ending. This is Eve because she got the coffee on her shirt, so it must have been Hannah. I just don't remember the hairstyle. But Hannah said that she called Eric again. I spoke to him. And then she said, I called Doug and Eleanor. Then I came to see you. But Eve slipped up. She said, I spoke to Simon's parents. I decided to come see you. That enough. Now, are Simon's parents Doug and Eleanor? I don't know. I don't know if we've gotten that connection yet. Either way, it's either a mess up or, I mean, either way, she didn't tell it exactly. So it's just something to keep in mind. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Simon's parents. So this, I believe, is Eve.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff. That when we lived there, that the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Oh no.
I screamed and that's when I called the police.
Okay. One, that's the story they're telling. Two, this is the moment when... Okay, this is Eve telling the story of how, quote-unquote, Hannah, the person that the police would know of, Simon's wife, would have found the body. So that's the discovery. We're finally starting to get a little bit more detail into the murder itself. Okay.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm
Oh.
staying
Oh, they offered to take her in because of his death. Oh my god, that's so sweet of them. That's so sweet. Man. So let's see. Does she ever say their names? Lost the baby. 8 months living with Simon's parents. I want to see when she says, if she says something like his parents, blah and blah.
Yes.
No, okay.
I woke up a couple of...
That's the one we just saw. All right. We're nearing the end, folks. We only have a handful of words left, so everyone strap the fuck in. Body. And we ain't stop until we finish this. Oh, well, we got the return of the guitar.
The bruise.
Bruise. I told you there was a bruise.
The bruise.
Yeah, it's right
I
there.
have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
Okay. I wasn't crazy.
I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
And she got quiet for a sec. But this is Eve, remember? And that makes sense because Hannah hit Eve recently on her birthday. I'm assuming that that whole pregnancy announcement happened very soon, like from the murder. So yeah, I wasn't crazy. There was a bruise there, and Eve should have it. And as far as we know, it should be on the left side of her face. I'm saying left because that's the view I see on the screen. Let's see if that matches up. Children as a keyword. Don't worry. We'll do it. We'll do it after I use up all my words that I have listed. That should get us to the end. Then after that, we'll use the word. That's a very interesting observation, Sue.
His body didn't look real. His throat.
Oh.
His throat had been cut.
Oh, jeez.
And his thick glasses.
Interesting. Well, we have the return of the song. Hope everyone's excited for that. Wait, that means Eve wasn't the one to kill him because she found him. Remember, Matthew, that's just the story they're telling. Or she's just telling how Hannah found him. Yeah. This is just a story after all.
Really? What's the rest?
Okay.
Made a boy of a doctor, oh, wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by on a dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair, on a dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows, on a dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone, oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Oh. Hey. You swallowing while talking about his throat spooked me. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that my drink doesn't appear on mic, but I don't know if that's... I don't know if I'm doing a good job at that. But, yeah. So... that's the end of her song. Hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, it is a very creepy, quote-unquote, traditional ballad.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. As it was so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty though. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Yeah. Yeah, she really didn't like that Hannah got pregnant. I'm gonna end karaoke with anything it can be. Okay, what's the next one? I did it.
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it. He decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
Well, I didn't really include I did it, but they were talking about the mirror. Interesting. Bruise. This is Hannah. She should either not have a bruise or, well, hold on. Let's just see.
Bruce. Oh, yeah.
She touched the wrong side of her face. The bruise is supposed to be on the other side. She touched the wrong side of her face. That's another, like, Hannah point, if it wasn't obvious. Damn.
Bruce. Oh, yeah. No, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
Different excuses, too. Do you see that? Eve said it was her metabolism, but Hannah, and see, it is on the different wrong side of her face too. You can see it clearly when it's right here. I guess I never noticed it because of the filter. But yeah, she said that. What'd she say?
Kitchen and the chair slipped. It's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
Wow. That is some good attention to detail right there. And then, let's see, Domino. That's one of the cats, I believe. It's the next word. Domino.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Huh.
We loved our cat.
Cat Domino had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. Okay. We used to write each other notes, put them in the bell. Okay. I wonder who that was for. Probably when she moved in with Hannah before the parents died. Back when they were kids. Okay. And that's how they talked to each other sometimes when she couldn't be in the attic. Very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you, Monzo, for the donation. Let me read that. Go to Ko-fi. Refresh. All right. Thank you for the $5, Monzo. We're doing our best Sherlock Holmes here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I'm so mad that the sound isn't working. I really need to figure out why it's not doing that. Let's see, secret. Okay.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use.
That's what Hannah did.
We tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
So that's why they got the cat Domino.
Send secret messages.
When we weren't together, we would send secret messages. The not code on the radiator pipes or the attic floor. Interesting. Monzo with the Donazo. Let's see. What's the next word? Glasses. Right, because he didn't have his glasses. Okay, only one.
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror. And he gave it to me.
Okay, that also didn't have the word glasses either, I don't think. Let's see, evidence. Hopefully I spelled that right. Yep. Can someone translate that? That would be pretty cool. Okay, this is before she was taken in. This is Hannah, I think.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I thought about. My husband is dead.
They brought up the fact that they had rehearsed the thing together. Evidence, school. Okay, wow, we are very close.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up, dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Oh wow, that is a very funny story actually. It's comedic until you realize they both probably murdered a man.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on and got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best in the subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
And then she listed off the differences in the other video. Right. C, work. Oh, okay. This is just all missing person era.
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Well, I just finished off my drink. Okay, that's a little bit of nothing. Oh, we're getting close. Baby. Hannah.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay. Hold on.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel.
We were saving for the baby, okay. Okay. This is Eve.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Interesting. Wait, so that means that they're both British. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone in this story is British. Okay. We only got 3 more words. Well, 4, counting the children. Bags.
The thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape. I think it was ours.
Okay, we're getting more info about the murder. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, they were from our kitchen. You could probably check that. We never go into the cellar. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape. I think it's ours. So a lot of the stuff was in their house. She wanted to keep something to herself. I'm guessing Eve didn't like that. Yeah, she did not like that at all. The unfortunate truth, I feel so bad. Those people are British.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
Oh yeah. Oh, she had to leave. That's why she's staying at a friend's house. One of them decided they didn't need Simon anymore. Possibly. House. Missing person era.
sure, yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there. He has a wallet, a huge sealed thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. Always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bag back. Sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in. If he's in the house.
Okay.
I wasn't in the house.
I guess when it happened.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
Okay.
After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Oh.
I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
And that's the Glasgow thing. Okay. And that's how that whole story came about. Or Simon got too close to finding out about them, so they decided to end them to keep the secret. I'm not so sure. I do think it was out of jealousy. That's my personal headcanon. Blood. As far as I'm aware, this is the last word. And these are all new.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Okay. That was Hannah. This is Eve.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. Blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Hannah.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in, as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Moment of truth, everybody.
like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood.
Oh,
He was dead.
okay. Okay.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on,
Oh.
and she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
There we go. Hannah killed him. Oh. And just for Matthew, I'm gonna look these up even though we know now what happened. Yeah, Hannah killed him.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Okay, that's her story. About why the argument happened.
You have children?
Just gonna look up some other stuff.
Doesn't matter, a couple stuff. Stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but it never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock. I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. We've spoken with the hospital.
I don't think we're gonna get any information from any other point in time. I want anything new can pop up. Hmm.
She was sat behind.
She sat behind him. She had my wig. She'd been all there all day. Blood on her. She was in shock. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to think of what any other word would give us a little bit more from that bit. I don't know.
This was 9, about 9. Like I said before, it was 3.
Blood.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Yeah, maybe funeral.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy.
Hmm.
After the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hand served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Hmm. Hmm. I know what to do. I'm just trying to get a little bit more context after she killed him.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called my sister on the phone. She never calls me back.
I see. That was probably before the murder.
When she went home, Sam had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them this...
Oh my god, Hannah told him. That's why they had an argument. Oh my god. Hannah told Simon about them, and then he didn't take it well. They had an argument. She killed him.
When she went home, Sam had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face.
Yep.
My sister is gone,
What?
and she's never coming back.
No. What? Hold on. No. Alright, well, we know why now. Alright. Well, either way, if anyone else has any suggestions for words that might get us a little bit more about that, I think it's time to end it. Wait, did Eve then kill Hannah right after? No, I don't think she did. I don't think she would. I think she might have committed. No, I think after they brought Eve in, Hannah probably fled. The darkest game I've played, that I've played on this channel. Seen played, yeah. It's pretty deep. Trying to think, what else could I think of? Hmm. 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 Let me see if this works. I don't know if it specifically has to be said. No, it's not gonna work. Timestamps won't work. No. No. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna find anything else. So, yeah. SB, so how's it going down there? You done? Yeah. So, good. So, you think you understand why your mother did what she did? It won't let me type in a lot. I'm glad, Sarah. I'll be waiting outside. Log off and we can meet over the road. All right. All right, let's log off. The reflection. Sarah has logged off and crossed the road. That's it, guys. That's the end of her story. If you want, you can look up the rest of the videos on YouTube. And I think on my own, I might just take a look at some of the other videos. And do a lot more of a deep dive. Have like, because see, they're all labeled as blank, so I could obviously just erase the word blank and then just like go through each one of them separately. But yeah, that's it. That's the story. Yeah, we're Eve's kid, and they said that they wanted to name her Sarah. Yep, we were All this time we were trying to figure out why our mother supposedly killed Simon, our father, when it really wasn't her at all. It's more like their story. No, it's still her story. So good. Wow. This is such a good game. I'll save my thoughts for the end. But wow. This game will always have a special place in my heart. Let's... Oh, I don't need the credits. We can continue if we want, but not right now. We're fine. Not that. I thought it was going to end with us finding her guilty. Well, I mean, yeah. Hannah is guilty, and who knows if she'll ever be found, but... And honestly, who knows if Eve was tried? Why haven't you mentioned that Sarah was the kid of the killer? Well, I mean, obviously, I knew this entire time. I knew everything. Like, this isn't my first time playing it, guys. I knew every single thing that was going to happen. I had to play it up so that way I didn't give anything away. So obviously I wasn't going to say, oh yeah, guys, by the way, we're playing as the daughter. But I did say it at the very end, and they did throw that out there. It just wasn't like, you know, a very big thing. They were like, yeah, we want something about the pregnancy at some point. They were like, yeah, we want the kid to be named Sarah. We wanted, I think they used that word, wanted to name her Sarah. They wanted to name it Anna after Simon's grandmother, I believe. And Hannah didn't want it. Either one of them didn't want it. I don't know which one. Presumably Hannah didn't because it was a palindrome. And very asymmetrical. You could do it in reverse too. Yeah. Most likely Eve is in prison. I mean, yeah, they have to try. They probably can't find Hannah if she really did just disappear. So they're going to have to, like, convict Hannah and just, like, pretend she's... Jeez, the names make it so confusing. Eve is going to have to pretend to be Hannah in the court, and they're going to try her as Hannah, since you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So Eve is pretty much going to be living out Hannah's sentence for killing Simon. What about a 3D spin-off where you play as Simon? That would work. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't match the vibe. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's it. This story is so good. I'm hanging to bed. That was a lot to take in. I need to sleep all this off. That's alright, Matthew. No worries. No, I shouldn't say it yet. We'll talk about the game a bit first. This game is a good oldie, and it'll always have a special place in my heart. Now, the game doesn't have to be experienced like that. I pretty much just kind of ripped on Bowling Otter's video series, and it's only because I think that the story was told in such a perfect way that I wanted it to be showed off for you guys. The perfect amount of breadcrumbs, the perfect amount of twists and turns, learning about the backstory, and then finally learning about the murder at the very end. I think it's great. You could probably tell that at the end there I kind of had to scramble for words, but yeah. I do like that I was able to at least make it original at, you know, the very end, and, you know, look up some words of my own and get a little bit more context that I didn't know beforehand. Well, you're offering a complete change of... Oh, yeah, okay, you guys are talking about it. Yeah. If you guys like this style, I think the developer has made a few other games like this. I have heard that they're not as good, though, so I don't know if I'll play them or not. But he has made other games similar to her story, and that maybe one day, but as of right now, I'm not really interested in them. But yeah, overall, this game is a solid S rank in my book. I love it so much. There's so much replayability. There's so much content to look through, and it's just awesome. It's so great. You really can dive deep into it, and like delve into the backstory and all the hidden secrets and twists and turns. It was so fun, like trying to figure out who was Hannah, who was Eve, and it's like so much of the game I was like, wait, who is who? Who is who? And only knowing, like, I think there's like 7 interviews. So I was like, how much is who and which is who? But then, like, finally having it click by seeing, like, oh, wait, that's Hannah, because she likes this. That's Eve, because she likes this. And then all the pieces getting put into place. It was like, it was so cool. It was so cool. Really makes you feel smart. Yeah. Awesome game. My opinion of it has not changed ever since I watched the gameplay of it all those years ago. And I'm pretty content and very happy. And I'm so happy you guys enjoyed it. I forgot to make the stream over here. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Yeah, I know these streams probably aren't gonna do well, but for anyone who did look at the streams, I appreciate you guys. I appreciated you so much. I love sharing this kind of stuff with you guys, so it really means a lot to like share this with you and then actually really liking it. The tattoo spotted has started us down a path to success. Exactly. What was your favorite secret? Probably the main twist. Probably the main twist that there was 2 different... I think okay, so the game is pretty much split up into 2 different sections. You have the half where you think it's just one woman and you're trying to piece together this information and it's contradictory. So you're like, oh, she's just lying. And then you figure out it's 2 different people assuming the same identity. And you're like, oh shit. And the game completely changes. Now you're trying to figure out who is who's telling the truthful information, and you get these little nuggets, and then you have the small bit of Eve in the White Room actually telling you the full story, and if you play your cards right, you eventually start learning the truth, and you hear the backstory of like this really just like messed up situation they had themselves in. It's so great. You can tell in my voice. I'm so hooked. I loved the story of this so much. So yeah, my favorite secret is definitely the main twist because it completely changes the way you play the game and how you view the game. It's awesome. Whew. Ran out of breath there. Yeah, that's her story, everybody. The next game we are going to be playing on the channel is One Night at Flumpty's 3. We have played the first 2 games in one stream on the channel before. And I'll save my thoughts for 1 and 2 for when I actually get to the stream, because I don't want to have to recap a bunch of stuff, but for very briefness, 1 was great, 2 was slightly less so, and I'm interested to see how the 3rd one goes. I am not very proud of the Flumpty 1 and 2 stream because of the fact that the mic was cutting in and out, and it made things a lot more difficult. Yeah, I'm not really proud of that stream, but I mean, it's history either way. So it's just kind of like our redemption. We're going to try to redeem ourselves with Flumpty's 3. And if we beat that really soon, I'll try out Flumpty's 2 again and try to do hard-boiled mode. Because I did Flumpty's 1, regular and hard-boiled mode, and then I beat Flumpty's 2, I just didn't beat hard-boiled mode. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. What do you mean Flumpty? One Night at Flumpty's. It's a FNAF fan game series. Yeah, it's been forever since I played a FNAF fan game. What was the last one was it Flumpty's? I think they won polls back to back, so I think it might have been. How long ago was that? I think I've been streaming for like 3 months. Oh, I need to delete the broadcast because everything got weird. Oh, we gained an extra subscriber. Nice. When was the last one? Wow. The last FNAF fan game we played, yeah, it was a month ago, and it was One Night at Flumpty's 1. Wow. That is, it's been a while. Wow, we need to set that right. Flumpty's 2 was the last FNAF clone, yeah. You never said Flumpty's was next. Well, yeah, I'm saying that now. That's kind of the whole point of this announcement. We actually only have 3 more games left on the gauntlet. This one. Let me pull it up on my phone so you guys can get a little bit of a heads up. Sueton, what the fuck? Sueton, what? Oh my god, what is this? Hold on. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Shut up. Sueton, why did you post this in art? This is fan art. This is fan art. What do you mean? Why? Why did you do this? Why did you make this? Why? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dying. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. And oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? I guess would it be media? Have it loop. There we go. It's a jump scare. It's a yippee jump scare. Oh my god. Sueton, why? Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. My birth. Oh my god. This is the new donation animation. Every single person that donates gets their fucking frontal lobe ripped off. It's a new bite of 87 in every donation. I can't stop giggling. Kirby, we're laughing at the GIF on screen. You did so good, Sueton. This is amazing. Oh my god. Okay, get this out of my face. Get this out of my face so I can stop laughing. New art ideas bite of 87 with you. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, get away. I can't. I was oh my god, I was supposed to do a fucking announce. Jesus Christ. It's amazing that the human body could live without the frontal lobe. Oh my god. Okay, shut up. Okay, everyone. Guys, I'm starting to get confused. Kirby, I just told you we were laughing because of the GIF that was on the screen that Sueton made. That's what we were laughing over. Oh my gosh. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Ugh, my cheeks hurt. Okay. Now that that's over, let me go to the stream updates so I can look at that. Oh, my cheekbones hurt. Oh my god, that really did a number. Let's see. All right. So we played Her Story, we played FNAF 6, and we played Black Rose. So all we have left is One Night at Flumpty's 3, The Last Door Season 2, and Hollow Knight. Early in stream I said yippee jump scare and Sueton got inspired. Oh, was that it? I completely forgot. Yeah. It's alright, Kirby, no worries. Monzo Sue cursed us with our frontal lobes as a sacrifice. Yeah. Oh, no. Last Door 2 tomorrow, Jesus. No. Actually, I'm not even streaming tomorrow. I won't be streaming for the next 2 days. That's usually what I would do. Tomorrow, I'm probably not going to be able to. I'm just gonna decide not to. Even if the opportunity comes, I probably won't. Because I'm gonna need, like, a break day, because in 2 days, I'm moving. Shit, did I tell you guys? Because there was a whole thing, a whole reason why this channel is kind of a late night thing. Yeah, I'm moving. On Saturday, I say Eastern Standard Time as if, like, the days are segmented by, like, fucking time zones. No, I am moving on Saturday, 2 days from when this video is being live streamed. And, yeah. Got 2 days left. Tomorrow is Friday, then I move on Saturday. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be cool. And there will be some major content shifts going forward. I guess I should probably just talk about it. It's kind of fucked up, I know, to do that in a stream that no one's gonna fucking watch, but, you know, my channel. So, from now on, once I have moved out, after Saturday, I will be streaming every single day. You are going to have Angel content literally every day. Why? Why aren't you taking days off like you have been before? Well, it is because of the fact that I really need to get my YouTube channel off the ground. There's just really no way to sugarcoat it. This is a hobby that I really want to make into my career, so I really need the channel to grow. And to do that, I have to seize every opportunity that I can, which basically means no breaks. No breaks until you make it. So until I can at the very least, get monetized, I don't get breaks. We will stream every single day for the days that I'm off, which will typically be Tuesday and Wednesday. I will be streaming at an earlier time, probably around 6 o'clock. And we'll keep going until we either beat the game that we're playing, or until I'm tired and I want to get off. You can't make content nonstop, you'll burn out. It's fine. Gotcha, it's fine. I get to... Don't get burned out. I rest when I succeed. Make YouTube shorts with tons of tags. That helps with subs. I really want to, Sueton. I really do, because I did notice we were getting some traction when I did YouTube shorts. It's just... YouTube shorts are so, like, bad. Like, okay, so here's the reason why I haven't been making them. It's not that I haven't tried. It's because that, what was it? I was trying to make a Misao YouTube short. I had found a style that I liked. You can see it clearly from one of the Witch's House shorts, and I think a FNAF 3 one. I wanted to have most of what I was reacting to on the top half of the screen and my character on the bottom half of the screen. I wanted it to be edited like that, which was very easy. I could zoom into the character, it was fine. And then have the footage that I wanted to do. Should be easy, right? And for 3 shorts, it was. But then I wanted to do a Misao YouTube short. And I did it the same way that I did it before. And for some reason, it did not save the template that I was intentionally putting in. Which is why on the Misao YouTube short, it's literally the same footage, just copy and pasted like on both halves of the screen. I did not want it to be like that. That's just how it had to be if I wanted that YouTube short to go up. And since then, I did not want to post a YouTube short if it wasn't going to be in the way that I wanted it to. Because I had a style I wanted and I wasn't going to let up on it. So I just ended up deciding that if I couldn't find an alternative, I just wouldn't do shorts right now. So I don't know if I'm going to have to like commission somebody to do shorts for my the channel or what. But yeah, it's yeah. True, you need to take breaks and relax and not to take a toll on yourself. I can't afford to though. I've experienced burnout myself. It's not fun. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're all good, Kirby. Same gotcha Twitch marathon scenes. Give me insomnia. Yeah. The amount of screenshots and editing and writing I have to do. I'm surprised I'm still functional. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been doing shorts for my streams. I want to, but I don't know how to get over that hurdle, personally. I set a ton of confetti effects to keep people with ADHD wondering. Nice. But yeah. So, yeah. On the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we will be streaming at around like 6 o'clock. It'll be like 6 o'clock p.m. And then we'll end the stream when we end the stream. Really not really going to be like an end point. And then on every other day that I work, it'll be as soon as I get off work. So if my schedule is consistent, Thursdays will be around 10:30 to 11, depending. And then every single other day will be about 12 to 12:30, and it's not because of any kind of parental thing. It's just because of the fact that I work so damn late. Yeah. There's just some days where I'm going to have to keep up with this schedule. Yippee! But yeah, so that's going to be after I move. That's going to be pretty much the schedule moving forward. It'll be a bit more of a consistent schedule, as long as I can keep up with it. I can't afford to take a day off, guys. I really can't. Especially not on my off days. Maybe because, like, it's going to be, like, right when I was at school. If you're not at school, you're working, and if you're not at work, you're still doing school. It's going to be like that. If I'm not working, I still have to stream, and if I'm not streaming, I still have to work. There is just not a balance I can do. It sucks, but yeah, it's just how it's gonna have to be, guys. If I burn out, I burn out. Take a couple days off, come back, it's whatevies. But yeah, I gotta do it, you know? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. When do I have to go to work tomorrow? Do you know when you're moving in with Calypso? You're gonna move in your own place to move in with Calypso. The Calypso thing is very complicated, and it's a lot of personal stuff that I don't want to get into publicly, like live on stream. Just know that if I could move in with Calypso right now, I would, but there's just some stuff that isn't allowing us to move in together at this current point. And because of my lease, we're not going to be able to do that for at least 1 year from now, because I have to stay at the apartment for 1 year according to the lease agreement. But yeah, this is going to be kind of the getting our shit together era. So it would be very nice if we could get the channel grew and monetized in that year-long time span, hopefully make it a bit more, be able to, live off of streaming. And if we can do that, then I'll be set. I won't even have to go to work, and I won't have that late night stress anymore, and we can just stream full-time early, have an actual sleep schedule. It would be really nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working towards. I'm allowing myself to break my body in the hopes that it'll pay off and I'll be able to take it easy later. Just gotta get through the hard times right now. It's really it. If we could get the channel to crew. Alright. That's enough of that, though. You guys know the stuff now. We will probably be streaming Flumpties on Sunday. Probably. As long as everything goes well. That's going to be a test because I think the Wi-Fi is... I actually don't know how good the Wi-Fi is over there. So we're going to... Hopefully that won't do issues. Possibly. I don't know. Every stepping stone is a milestone. Exactly. I mean, we are still making steady progress. I mean, we did get 1 sub today, which was very nice. We have 167 out of 500, which, mathematically speaking, because I like doing calculations, is 33% of the sub goal. Should I have a sub goal on the channel? Posted somewhere? I don't know. I'd have to probably make a graphic for it. I don't really know how I would do it. I don't know. Should I have like a reward thing? I know some people will be like, if you get to X thing, we'll do a special thing. I don't know. I had like a 100 sub special that I was supposed to do. And it was supposed to be the FNAF 1, 2, and 3 challenges. I still haven't done that because, I had to live by myself to do that because it would probably take a while. Maybe after this gauntlet we can. Sub goal 1 million subs. Right. I do have to learn about... No. Gotcha. I'm not teaching you about tax evasion. I'm the one who has to learn about taxes and the dangers of tax evasion. That's what I agreed to. I don't know who I'm gonna hire in order to teach me about taxes, but subscribe chat under 20 seconds. Yo, bad luck. But either way, I appreciate all you guys. I like the little community that we have right now. It's like small and sweet, and it's just awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. For everyone who's donated, for everyone who's watched the streams, people who've commented, the people who've liked the videos, and some people who repost the stuff on like the social medias, like my announcements and stuff. It's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are awesome. Yeah. Flumpties probably on Sunday. Keep a lookout. I am probably going to have to remake that thumbnail, because if I remember right... No, I only have to remake the Hollow Knight thumbnail, because that has a still of Angel with the boobies. And Angel, Angel the character, does not have the boobies, so that makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, this community is fun. It is. It's awesome. I almost yawned, but I didn't. I just almost passed out. I need to get off. Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably do it in that order. Flumpties 3, Last Door Season 2, and then Hollow Knight. Huh? What did I say? They might not have him for a while. Did I already forget the context of the context of the conversation? I'm confused. Don't be mean to me. I'm tired. I'm so So tired. My eyes are kind of puffy. Uh, yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Flumpties 3, then Last Door, Season 2, and then Hollow Knight. Tell Sue to get out of my head. Get out of Fable's head, Sue. I was told by Fable to tell you. I think we're just baffled by the boobies. Oh my god. Okay. We're all adults here, you know? There is no minors that are supposed to be on these streams. The word boobies isn't going to be terrible, unless I can't say that. Can I say that on YouTube? It's just anatomy. Yeah. The character does not have le boobies. So yeah, the just using the still makes me uncomfortable, which is terrible because the fact that a lot of my previous thumbnails have that still, and I pre-made a lot of thumbnails with that said still, so I gotta remake a lot. But yeah, grr, I hate minors. I don't hate them, but I do not want to talk to them because that's weird. As a child, I yearned for the mines. Oh, it's such a fucking stupid line. Alright, I'm drunk. I'm basically drunk tired. Like, the tired that makes you act drunk. I'm gonna go. So, everybody, stay safe, drink water. Fucking memes. Your body is a complicated plant and it needs water. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. And if it's nighttime for you, have a good rest of your night. And as always, bye. Fucking chicken jockey.